Hey guys, we just got back from Night Swim, which is a supernatural horror film that is coming out January 5th in theaters. So it is a January movie, and as we know, that's usually not the best news if you take into account several of the past years. A lot of movie studios notoriously dump films they don't know what to do with in the month of January. Now, I'll give every film, just because it's in January doesn't mean we want to prejudge it. We love horror, so we went out and saw Night Swim. This is the latest James Wan, Jason Blum produced Blumhouse Productions in association with Atomic Monster. And, yeah, this was starring Wyatt Russell, Carrie Condon, and Gavin Warren. And basically, it's about the Waller family who move into a new house, and they find an unknown supernatural presence haunting their backyard swimming pool. So this is the perfect film if you're scared of pools.
That's fucking stupid. Who's going to be scared of pools?
Joe, wait a minute. As we went to this film, Joe told me his fear.
There's a confidence.
So I'm going to put him on blast and say, Joe, we used to be scared of pools.
Okay.
You want to tell the story or
Listen,
what?
all right. We all watch Jaws, all right?
Yeah.
And I was going to the pool, and deep end, it's...
Wait a minute. Jaws? Pool? What?
Let me finish my story.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so I saw Jaws, terrified of sharks. And then you go to the pool. It's pretty deep. You can't really see if you're, like, kind of at a distance.
But sharks
and
are
then,
big.
And then my mind starts playing tricks on me. I'm like, holy shit, what if there's a fucking shark in the pool?
And you get out of the pool.
I know, it is fucking dumb. But I would scare myself, and I would have to get out of the pool.
Yeah, and then you say, Joe, how old were you? And he's like, it's 3 months ago.
Well, I still think about it.
Still think about it. So, you know, and me, I actually, you know, probably of us three, I have a fear of pools the most. I'm not the strongest swimmer, you know, but I enjoy getting in the pool. Once I get in the water, you really can't get me out. So I thought that this film would get me because it's like, okay, I'm not the strongest swimmer. Somebody's going to drag me under. I'm probably going to go under. I'm not going to be able to do shit. And then you get disoriented underwater. You can't tell what's up and down. I see, you know, TikTok videos and stuff of people going under ice. You know, that shit scares me. So this should have been a perfect film in for me in order to scare me. So, but basically, I was unfortunately so bored. But I was going back and forth between being incredibly bored and wanting to know what the hell was up with this damn pool, right? I want to know. Is it fucking haunted? Is it fucking supernatural? Is it fucking a kid in the pool that got left there?
Built above an Indian burial
Built
ground
above an Indian.
something.
I wanted to know every goddamn aliens. I don't know what. I want to know what's going on with this pool. And, you know, the film does its best to build up the scenario.
Its best?
It does its best, Joe, I think. Now, this is a directorial debut written and directed by Bryce McGuire. I see a lot of people commending him on Rotten Tomatoes, and we've read some reviews that were praising him. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those. I should have been scared. I was not scared at all. Not at all. And honestly, the third act just falls. It does well enough in the first and second act to try to build it, although it creeps into a lot of boring territory where it's like, get to the point, like, yeah, I get it. But that third act just falls apart into melodrama, over-the-top nonsense, flashbacks of moments that we've seen just minutes before. You know, the kind of nonsense that happens. And unfortunately, I got to say this, Wyatt Russell, I mean, Alex has told me he's been good in other things like
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. I think he's in Monarch. We still haven't seen Monarch. I don't want to buy Apple Plus and have Joe borrow it from me.
It's gonna happen. I'm not.
But here, he's all right. But in that third act, like his line deliveries are really bad. There is an essential moment in the third act where it's like, Mr. White, you wanna try that again? And no, they just went with it.
I just feel like it's a January movie. Like he didn't even try either. Like maybe he could have done better, but it's like this movie sucks. I know it's gonna suck, so it's whatever.
It's based on a 2014 short film of the same name by Maguire and Rod Blackhurst, and I can tell now that I've read that just now, it does feel like it's stretched out in certain parts in the first act.
Too little butter over too much bread.
And then there you go. And when that happens, you start to pick things. Now you're picking things. You're like, wait. Really? Why would we do it? We'll talk about some of that in spoilers.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, not effective. While it builds all right, you're like, okay, come on, get to the point. By the end of the second and the third act, I'm like, man, this wasn't really worth it. What did you guys think?
I would probably see the short. I haven't seen it. It's probably better because I liked Lights Out, but I did not like the movie.
The movie, the short Lights Out,
way better.
Way better.
Doing something like that, you can't.
Yeah.
Like this movie fucking sucked. I did not like it. It's like we've seen this shit before. It's like, oh, let's get this family. The dad's gonna get possessed by the house, the hotel. Well, what about a pool? Let's switch it up to a pool. The dad get possessed
and instead of the house to the pool. Yeah,
so we get that.
Very tropey.
Nothing really happens. You're just fucking bored the entire time, and jump scares. Nothing but jump scares, but it's just
Not
like loud.
many.
But it's loud noises. It's not really like horror. It's like, oh, somebody jumped in the pool all of a sudden. Oh, let's turn on the blender.
But none of those jump scares were. I don't even think they were jump scares, Joe, because they weren't even trying.
Yeah, they were because it's
There's
silent,
a moment where you got a fridge door. You close the fridge door, and your little boy's there. But he's not possessed or anything. He's just there. And is it supposed to be a jump scare? And then when we're in the pool party and we're under the water, somebody jumps into the water. Was it supposed to be a jump scare? So there's multiple. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and it was just I was bored out of my fucking mind. I was like,
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, yeah, and then like the third act, I was just like rolling my eyes. I wanted to walk out.
Rolling my eyes. That's what I was doing too.
I wanted to walk out. I laughed at.
I will get into the spoilers. I know what you laughed at.
Another inappropriate part.
Flashbacks and shit, and at the pool party, yeah. And then it ends, and then the credits smash on screen to an inappropriate song with pop song. It's all poppy in the 80s, and then like the style. You didn't set that up at all. What is this song? I don't understand.
Yeah, and again, you don't care about the family. So that's what you got to do. You got to care about the family, make sure they get out, they're safe or something.
I didn't care. I'm about to go off on this film. I'm so sick and tired of this modern horror shit. There's no blood, there's no gore, there's no scariness. The most you get is a standard. If you would have took one of the Walking Dead zombies and threw them in a pool, like that's the best you will see the entire film. So if you're expecting to see something scary, and I'll tell you, the little zombie that I talked about thrown in the pool, it looks worse than any of the zombies you've seen in Walking Dead. Those look even better. They got some great makeup artists, even though The Walking Dead should end, goddammit.
Don't watch
this.
15
spinoffs.
Save your time and money.
Save your time, save your money. Watch it on VOD when it comes out, which it surely will end up, because I even hear that, Atomic Monster is, being combined with another one. And Blumhouse, I'm sure, is going to sign a contract with one of these streaming services if they don't have it already, and it'll be on VOD in no time.
I think I would watch Killer Couch or Killer Sofa, Killer Couch, one of those instead of.
This is I just see here following the success of Megan pre-production, put in pre-production, but honestly, it's like that kind of new TikTok processed horror like Megan, without the interesting concept of a fucking crazy robot girl.
Yeah.
And this is just boring. Anyway, what did Alex think?
Oh, I didn't like it. There's probably 15 minutes of interesting stuff here, but the movie's an hour and a half long. And I think that the core, idea could make an interesting. I haven't watched it, but could make an interesting short film. I just don't think he did anything with it. But and it's hidden in here. It's used as like a really shitty twist at the end, and this big reveal that's done in the most horrible exposition.
Yes.
So the characters aren't discovering anything. A character is introduced, looks at the main character's face, and goes, "This is what is happening in the movie right now." And it's like, okay, that's how we're revealing all this stuff. I don't think this is good writing. I think if maybe all the people praising this really liked the short work, and they're
but even then,
bro, I am looking at the Night Swim short, and I swear to God, it's just a girl. It's just a lady swimming at night, and that's nothing. And then she sees a dark figure walking towards her when she's swimming, and then she backs up into the pool, and then she gets pulled under, and then smash the credits. Oh, it does the light flicker after she gets pulled under, light flicker.
Oh, it's scary.
Smash the credits, Night Swim.
Yeah.
Put it into production. Like, this stinks of that kind of like is Blumhouse creatively bankrupt, or there's just who's the next guy coming in here? Did you got a night? Yeah, go ahead. Let's 15. The budget is 15
we have a great one. Tell him.
$15 billion.
I don't want to give any.
$15 million.
I have storyboarded like 2 movies that are that are better than this.
Yes.
I have full confidence that they are. They literally took a 4-minute.
I thought this was like a
4-minute. No, it actually 3 minutes long. The credits smash at 2 minutes and 55 seconds. This did not deserve to be a film.
No,
it did if you really inject it. You try hard. It's a passion project, and you really beef it up and cook it in the oven a lot longer. This thing came out way too early. It came out doughy and boring. Doughy and boring.
it just needed someone else to direct it. It probably needs someone else to help with the writing, and they fill in the blanks because this isn't good, and it doesn't feel like the actors wanted to be there.
No.
I didn't want to. Sure as shit, didn't want to be there. So I don't think you should even watch this on VOD. I don't think this is a good horror movie. I don't think there's anything positive about it.
Watch
so
that instead. It's
watch
3 minutes.
Watch anything else.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and go with the final verdict.
2. I was gonna give it a 3, but then the last act, I'm like, get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Joe's becoming the hardest one of us all slowly.
Because I was like, it's a 3, it's whatever. I'm gonna
Get
forget
the
about this.
fuck.
But I was like,
I like
that
your
was
anger.
fucking stupid.
Get the
It was
fuck out of here.
fucking stupid.
All right, I agree.
I agree with you.
2.
I agree with you 100%. The thing is, like, I don't care enough about anything that happened in this movie to get anywhere near angry enough about it to give it a 1 or 2. Because you're just sitting there numb and bored,
Exactly.
and you're like,
Stay there. Stay there. Stay boring.
yeah,
Don't go below that.
yeah.
But
So
they went
At
below.
one point, I saw Alex put his elbow up on the table, and he was watching the film like this.
the only thing that was scary, and I think it was, there's a time where she's cutting watermelon, and her fingers in a terrible way. I don't like watching people use knives. Who don't know how to use knives.
Yeah, who you don't trust.
And then it's just, they were doing it for tension. I was like, okay, you got tension. A movie about a pool.
Yeah.
You got me with a watermelon and a knife. That's
I
the
agree.
scariest
That is
part of the movie.
the most tensionful part for me was
thought
when
it
she was
was
cutting.
gonna happen,
I
too.
thought she was going to cut her finger, her friend's finger, somebody's finger. Nothing.
That, yeah. So
That's what this film's like.
This is a turd in the pool, except for it's not funny, because I think turds in the pool can be very funny. So none of this was funny. So I'm
That's
gonna
a Snickers.
Caddyshack,
Baby
right?
Ruth.
Baby Ruth. That's
Baby
right.
Ruth.
Baby
Yeah,
Ruth.
yeah. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a 3. I don't think it.
Ooh, that gives me a choice. Do I go between anger with 2 or 3? Because it is 2 or 3
It
for
wastes-
me.
yeah.
And I'm interested here. I'm going to go on Rotten Tomatoes here and see what the score is there.
So while you look that up, what I do
yeah.
like knowing about this film is this guy also is writing another movie
No.
called Imaginary.
Oh, we saw
And-
the trailer for
And
that.
so it's like, okay, maybe this could be good. Now that I know that this person wrote it, Imaginary also will not be good. So if I can preemptively have you not see that movie too, because people
better
need to
be
make
better than this.
No, well, I mean, we're gonna have to watch it.
The
'cause he's gonna
premise,
make us
I'm going to
watch-
make you.
Yeah, he's gonna make us watch it, but you don't have to. So I want you to
don't
not
have
see that movie
to.
too. So don't see this one and don't see that one because this guy shouldn't be writing movies.
Okay, it's good to see that at least the critics aren't huffing paint. The critics have
There's
it
a-
at 31%.
There's a
There's some
couple
of the
on there that are
comments
wild.
that are
Austin,
funny,
there's
though.
a dude in Austin Chronicle that's
Fuck the Austin Chronicle. I'll never forgive them for giving Starship Troopers. It was
The
either
Statesman.
0 star or
Oh,
1.
yeah,
Oh, that was the
Statesman.
Statesman, not the Chronicle. I don't know. about the Chronicle. Well, fuck the Chronicle for saying this is a masterpiece.
Yeah, there's a couple people on there. They're like, this is really good. It's like, cool.
Nah, man, this is a huge letdown. Look, I'm scared of fucking pools. And you know what? I'll share a story with you. It's way more interesting than this film. I was like, okay, when we do this review, I want Joe to tell his shark story, and then I'll tell this story. We went out to Colorado, and it was December, so it was cold out, but they had these like thermal waters, and they would heat the water, and you can either go and in a natural spring or you can do the pool and heat the pool. So we went to heat the pool, and this was like it was like 1 a.m, and it was me and my girl, and we had family over, and so we were in the pool and the little kids, and we're just having fun. And then in the distance we hear like blood curdling screaming, and we're out in the middle of nowhere. Bigfoot. So
Why would Bigfoot scream?
There's like we're in the middle of nowhere. There's other like cabins and houses and things, but like they're all spread apart. But so you hear the screaming and you're like, what the fuck? Like it was scary. And the environment at night in the pool with the light in the pool, and then the steam coming up and the beautiful stars, because we're out there, like there's not lights and everything, and the forest, and you're like, if something's going down, we're isolated. And so the kids started to get scared, and I was looking over the fence, and I could see the other cabin, and there's a party going on. Okay. So I was like, and even though I knew I saw like a party going on, but even still, it kept going. And, so I was like, is somebody getting murdered? Or is like, and then your mind runs wild.
Exactly.
And so
Alex,
even though I know what's going on, I'm like, my mind goes to zombie apocalypse. Like, this is what's happening. Like, the blood curdling screams is as if, like, somebody's getting bitten and running. And so then I was like, oh, shit, in a moment here, we are going to need to either barricade or drive.
Throw somebody else at it.
Throw the kid, throw your girlfriend in the way, and let's go. I
don't have to outrun them. I only have to outrun you.
Right.
Yep.
And that shit was way scarier than this whole fucking film. In fact, go out to a pool, any pool, at night,
and
turn
think
the
about
lights
sharks.
Off, and think about
how much pee is in that pool, because kids
about
are gross.
Dark figures, because that will be more scary than this film. And it's unfortunate because it was an easy layup. Even the 3-minute short of that figure in the dark coming towards you as you're in the pool is scary. You feel vulnerable in the pool, and you get a little bit of that here, but it's just not enough to satisfy. So I'm going. I think it's because I told the story, and I'm glad somebody made something having to do with the pool. I'm going to go with a 3 out of 10.
There's an Are You Afraid of the Dark in the pool that was way better than this one.
Joe, so anyways, it's a 3 out of 10 for me. It could easily be a 2 out of 10. I could totally see that.
Yeah.
But again, I'm like Alex, where I'm like not angry. Like I want to get angry. I'm just confused at Wyatt Russell's line deliveries here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to do a spoiler section. We'll talk all about what it is, So what is in the goddamn water?
What is it?
All right. See you in the spoiler section. Hey guys, welcome to the spoiler section. So essentially, Joe, what the fuck is it? Is it ghouls? Is it zombies? Is it supernatural?
To make a wish.
What?
To make a wish.
It's a make-a-wish pool?
Yes. It takes
Please
your blood.
explain to the audience.
It chooses.
At the very, very end of this movie, I mean, seriously, at the end of this movie, because I'm going to explain this, and it's going to sound cooler than this whole movie is there was actually a body of water somewhere in Minnesota, and it will grant you a wish, but it has to take a life in order to do it. And so they built this. The whole city is built over this lake, and then the pool is naturally filtered from well water. And so the well water comes in, and it's a haunted pool.
You
and
even get geothermal heating out of it too.
It grants someone a wish. So in this case, Wyatt Russell has MS, and his body is failing him. He used to be a baseball player, and the pool realizes that he wants to be healthy, and so the pool starts to make him stronger while planning on eating his child. And that's all explained at the very end of this movie.
Great.
In a horrible fucking exposition dump, but an hour and 20 minutes happens first of it being super fucking boring.
Yeah. The beginning of the film starts with this little girl trying to get her boat out of the pool and doing stupid shit, reaching over, her foot slipping over and over. Even though, if you look at it, she already has it. Not only could she get more slack, but she already has the boat. It's in the thing. But, stupid fucking the way it's filmed. And she falls in and... you think, oh wow, and she sees like a figure, like a zombie, a ghoul in the pool, as that reviewer said.
Ghoul in the pool.
They're like, this film is so awesome, ghoul in the pool.
More like stool in the pool.
And I was like, you're trying to get on the poster, motherfucker, aren't you? And Joe came up with his own.
Yes, you're a fool if you watch this stupid ass fucking movie about a stupid ass pool.
Too many stupid asses.
I would put that on the,
I don't think that one's going on the poster,
it's
Joe.
a full pool.
All right. Anyway.
A little bit in between.
So she gets killed or disappears in the pool, and she's screaming, and it's weird because it's like, well, where is everybody? I guess everybody's asleep. Later on in the film, you realize that this is the backstory, the last person that was killed. It was an Asian family, and she had a sick son, and the lady realized that she was possessed by the pool, and she was made to do a sacrifice. It's a stupid line where it's like, love requires sacrifice. One of our characters rightly points out, it's like, what? No.
If you get something.
If you get something, how is that a sacrifice? Anyway, so it is a sacrifice, though, if you are sacrifice. Anyways, whatever.
Her boogers.
I'm not trying to.
It's gross.
I was
Scary
wondering if you were
boogers.
going to
Those are
mention
scary
the
boogers.
booger. Oh, she
I was
got
like,
the
is
black
that booger?
boogers
It's like,
coming.
oh, it's real. It's
And
not
so when she
CGI.
goes to
Hits your
visit
lip.
this old lady, when she realizes that there's too much spookiness happening with this pool, we got to look up on the computer. Got to get the scene. Got to investigate. She goes to the old lady's house, and surprisingly, she's like, wow, this is a big-ass house. What is happening here? It's, oh, my son, he's so, he works as a U.S. ambassador or whatever, saved thousands of people, blah, blah, blah. And look at how big and strong he is. And she's like, what about your daughter? She's like, I don't have a daughter.
Are you mad?
It's only the son.
daughter.
And she's got this fountain right next to her, and she's on air. And then as she's slowly trying to get her to remember about her daughter, that's when the boogers come out, and then she basically confesses that it's like you've got...
She looks directly into the camera, and I'm not joking. She looks directly into the camera, and for 3 minutes tells you what's been happening in the movie for the last hour and 20 minutes. And that's the whole fucking story.
She gives the exposition while the boogers are hanging out of her mouth.
I was distracted.
No, it doesn't happen like that.
It's like a snot bubble that's forming.
It's a
getting
flashback scene.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what it was. There's no ghouls in the pool. I mean, technically there are because all of the previous dead. So the pool is supernatural. You see the the pool structure, but the deeper you get, it will fade away into just the abyss and infinite deepness. And
I thought this would only happen at night because it's called Night Swim, but it happens a lot during the day.
in the day,
during the day.
But it's called Night Swim.
Yeah, but most of the time it's daytime.
So we get how many ghouls do we get? We get a
Uncle
Walking
Fester.
Dead zombie,
Yes.
Uncle Fester.
So it was so bad looking.
I would have appreciated to see some more of Uncle Fester.
He did
But he's
not,
in it for like...
He didn't look good
No.
either, and so like we're supposed to be afraid of this guy, but he looks so dumb and
bloated.
and it's just like, oh, it's Uncle Fester.
is Uncle
Come on, it's a Grand Inquisitor. What is happening? Get out of the pool.
Yeah. One of them is outside of the pool at one point, just a dark figure. You can't really see it. They're paying
didn't
homage to
do
the
a-
short
yeah,
film.
but they should've
They didn't
done
even do that
something-
one better. The short film did that one
Yeah,
better.
they should have done something better with that one because I was
And-
like, oh, it's kind
done
of
a lot of
creepy.
things.
But
As soon as I saw the
yeah.
fucking cat, I'm like, I fucking hate this film. I already know what's gonna happen. They're gonna kill the cat. They kill the cat. The cat. How did they lure the cat to the fucking pool? You remember? It lures the cat to the pool. The cat gets on. I forgot
It's just
how
on the
it
diving
lured
board.
the.
Well, no, it's
It was
just sitting on the
just-
diving board.
Yeah, but it did something. The water is trying to give you something. Maybe it was gonna give it some fish or something, because it lures it,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
fucking
in an
gone.
instant it's gone.
forgettable.
And then you have the fucking collar, and they're like, "Oh no, where's our cat? It'll
At
come
least
back."
they were nice enough to return the collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as this family moves in, they decide to move in because it's a great neighborhood. They see all the happy people. It's got a pool. I could get my therapy done in the pool. And even though the first thing that happens is he accidentally falls into the pool trying to grab a baseball because the pool materializes a baseball. And then it fucking swallows him over pool covers.
gave him the
If
wish.
anything, this film is a perfect fucking PSA. Do not buy pool
That's
covers.
what I was thinking.
They're so
Well-
fucking dangerous and they're fucking useless. Fucking clean your pool, you lazy shit. Or if you can afford a pool, have it cleaned for you or something.
Well, it didn't
because
matter.
so many people die. God damn
Just don't
it!
get a pool because sharks could be in there.
But it didn't matter because like they're looking at the house and they sees a stupid baseball. That's what lured him in. He's like, "Oh, now I got you." And then he made
It
his
showed him
wish.
his dreams.
So he made his wish, and he's like, "We gotta get this house." Now he's possessed.
Yeah.
I was like, "Cool."
Yeah, but so he is possessed at that point.
Yes.
But then the film has to do something even stupider later on in the second act, the pool party,
Have a
where
random
he
kid.
literally gets possessed with
Oh.
black fucking smoke underwater. But before that, he's like, okay, let's do an idea. I don't know. It didn't come across. They have a son. His name is Elliot Waller. And it's like, oh, he's having such a hard
a
time.
loser.
He's
like-
undersized.
But
There's nothing wrong with
they,
that.
they didn't show
Shut your mouth.
that he's having a lot of trouble. They're just like, he's gonna commit suicide or he's terrible. Like I didn't
don't-
feel that. I didn't
No.
feel it at all.
They drop some lines every now and
Yeah.
then.
But
where,
it's
like the dad
I don't
is-
care. It's not well done.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they're all right. How do we get this kid to become popular or turn his life around? Oh, I know. I'll use my popularity or whatever. We'll have a pool party. The whole baseball team will come over and we'll have a pool party. So, so before the pool party, though, we do see how the pool rejuvenates, Wyatt Russell's character, where
He's only benching 275. That's not that much.
Wait, no.
Hey,
'cause
that's a
it
lot
was
for me.
No, it was a 45 and a 25.
No,
so that's
45, 45.
185.
45, 45, 25.
Okay.
this is 270.
No, that was after. Okay, yeah. I just
Yeah, that's not
remembered
that
the
much. You'd think you'd be stronger.
Shut your dirty mouth.
What? It's okay.
Anyway, so the pool rejuvenates him to the point where he can lift 275, and hey, that's more than I can lift. So yeah, and
too,
so
me too.
yeah, so he's getting stronger, okay, and he's showing the kids at the baseball how to properly hit the ball, and he actually helps quite a few of them. And then he goes up to the plate. He gets embarrassed, but then the third time he inhales and he remembers all the fucking green screen baseball moments of
Oh
his
my
life.
God, that was
really
so fucking bad.
And then he hits it, and he hits it. Fuck, he lets one rip, and this is a film cool. You know, see that. No, he didn't let one rip. It ripped because of the baseball, Joe. You were proud of yourself. With that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
This was a stinker.
but what was interesting though is I hate his son because he actually does it, and you see his son in the background. He's like mad.
Yeah,
Like, why
and
the
I
fuck are
thought-
you mad?
I thought
you
it-
would be happy that your dad is getting stronger and happy and
Yeah,
so
the way
stupid.
they showed this is like this doesn't make any sense
doesn't make
because they
sense.
should have been like, okay, go out there and start swinging, and him missing, and the kids be like, oh, this guy sucks.
And then
But-
his dad comes up and shows him his son up. But that's not how it
No,
was filmed.
they're like, hey man, good job, you're gonna do great.
He even helps his son, and then his son actually gets a base hit, and he's like,
Everyone's
good. And it's like,
high-fiving
now it's
him,
my
and like-
turn.
So-
It was just
What do you
just
mean
awkward.
your son's not getting along with people?
What are you
He's doing
talking about?
fine.
He's doing fine. Exactly. And then his son is shown to be mad at him that he did well. Like, fuck off. But after that scene,
I
he's
liked
like,
you better when you were dying, Dad.
yeah, basically. And I was like, fuck this kid for the rest of the movie.
I thought you said this movie wasn't gonna make you mad, Joe.
Now it's making me mad. This makes me even more mad. I'm about to go to a 2. Fuck, I forgot. Why didn't you bring that scene up?
No
The pool
spoilers.
scene that's about to
We
happen.
usually-
You take it.
The pool scene.
Pool party
okay,
scene?
they
The
do
pool
the pool
party.
party, and then his son is upstairs watching, and he's like
Not only
recording.
watching. Yeah.
Yeah, he starts recording, which was fucking terrible because he gets the bar of the window. It's like, move it to the left so
Thank
you
you,
get the
Joe.
full.
Thank you.
He's not a
It's like-
smart child. He's
I was
I
like-
have taught Joe, I've trained Joe over the years
I was
how
like,
to
this is
properly
a
frame a
terrible
goddamn
frame.
shot.
I was like, I was even mad about the frame. I was like, you can't
Yeah.
even do that right. You have a whole side window right there.
but Joe,
Proud,
it's
Move.
proud father moment.
it's important because he set up this video recording, and this video
Yes.
recording was going to teach the son the dangers of the pool, right?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know why-
they did none of it.
They
Because
didn't set it up.
you would expect him to be watching, and then all of a sudden the son sees a
ghost or
ghost in
something?
the pool,
Yes.
like to do something.
Yes.
None of that happens whatsoever. The kid is just like hand in his pants, watching a pool party, being a creep.
He didn't do that, but I guess he's hoping to capture something
Yeah.
on camera. But instead, because his son's not around,
He's like,
Wyatt's scared.
hey, let's play some chicken.
Where
So
are
he
you? Let's
grabs
go
a
on the-
random kid.
No, he doesn't grab a random kid.
He
This
is a
kid,
random
It's
kid.
even worse than that, Joe. Is this kid that adores him and that thinks he's cool
Just
and
ma-
looks
yeah,
up to
that's
him because he's a baseball player that showed up at his school and taught him how to fucking do baseball. He's grooming this kid basically, and he's like, "Sign my baseball," and he signs his baseball, and then he's looking for his son. Son's not here. He's like, "Hey man, you see that big guy over there? He thinks
Get on
he's
my
the best.
back."
He thinks he's the Shrek of the pool, or what did
Yes.
he say?
Steroid Shrek.
Steroid
Steroid
Shrek. We could take him. And I'm like, what is happening? And he's like, get on my back and we'll beat him up.
Squash your taint against
Like-
my neck. It'll be great.
It's fucking what?
No, you
Do
don't know
not.
this
I don't
kid.
get your fucking ass off that grown ass man.
You don't
And,
know him.
and what the fuck are you doing? Why are you putting some random kid on the back of your head and you? It was awkward, and so then they're fucking having a great time. Fucking what is
Playing
this
chicken.
pool battle? Oh, chicken, and then but Wyatt is slowly
Backing
walking
up,
backwards and getting possessed by the pool, and he decides to hold the kid for
and start
no
going
reason.
to the deep end.
Yeah, and then
I'm
he won't
going
let go
back.
of the
He's
kid,
like,
and then
"What?
so he's drowning
Hey,
himself
we won,
and the
Mr.
kid.
Waller, we won.
Let go of me.
go.
Yeah, he doesn't let go.
No.
So his father rightly jumps into the pool, ready to beat some ass, and he's like, "What the hell happened?" And then he sees all the bruises on his son. He doesn't immediately go and kick his ass, but the police show up, and then he's like, "Never come." Never, you. He's actually super nice about it. He's like, I'm not gonna press charges
You've got MS.
because the
Because they said it was
MS
MS, and
you were holding or he was locking up. Or
because he
something.
drowned too.
But he's like, don't you and your son don't come anymore.
Yeah, it's gonna be awkward. Get out
And
of here.
then his wife tries to say sorry, and she's, no, you don't understand. You and your whole family stay away from everybody and us.
It's
Fuck
like,
you.
she works in the school.
The whole town hates you now.
Yes.
Basically, his wife was
Yeah.
fucking pissed. Yeah, and so they're sort of isolated, I guess, after that. And Wyatt slowly is being more and more possessed. In the third act, he goes crazy.
Yeah, the
Alex,
wife.
take it.
The wife figures out that there's something seriously wrong, so she does a little bit of an investigation. Figures out that it was originally a rejuvenating place where people would go in and bathe in the waters, and then all of these nurses died. So like patients would get their wishes, and like there's like 6 nurses that died, and we see them in the water at
For
some
half
time.
a second.
And then Uncle
barely tell,
Fest.
was that the nurse? They don't even give time to anybody.
Uncle Fester lived there with his wife in the 70s, and then the family in the early 90s where the little girl died. But she's not an evil ghoul. She's
Everybody else is fucking evil.
Well, but
How does
this-
that work though?
You're not
Because she's
supposed
an
to think about it.
innocent. If you're under the age of, I don't know, some random age, you're innocent.
Okay. Yeah. So she's a good ghoul, and so she discovers all these things, and so she goes to visit the mother of the little. I mean, seriously, this is the very end of the movie.
Mrs. Summer.
The only interesting
Yes.
thing happens at the very end of this movie, and it's a poor exposition scene.
Yeah.
And so we find out that it's actually some magic enchanted wishing well.
Yeah, we know that. But then when they go back home,
Oh,
Wyatt, talk about that one.
Yeah. Oh, so Wyatt hears the cat. Wyatt knows the pool is haunted, and he knows that there's ghouls inside of it. The teenage girl.
Oh, that's Elliot. Sorry, Elliot Waller.
Yeah, Elliot knows
The
that
little kid.
Elliot knows that the thing is haunted and it's tried to kill him.
to stay away from it.
And he knows to stay away from it. The older girl also almost got drowned and knows to stay away
This
from
is
the
the
pool.
trailer shot where she's having kissy time with
Marco
Polo with her
Polo.
boyfriend.
But so the little kid who knows that the pool is haunted and filled with a ghoul and probably ate his cat, hears his cat, and gets lured to the pool by the cat. Idiots. And then so he falls in, and then the pool cover closes over him, and he gets sucked into the deep. And then
The pool cover,
Starts going-
automatically
starts going
does it.
automatically.
Sis
And the amount
runs
of
in.
time that this kid is underwater, he's dead.
But it's a magic
He's
well.
fucking
That
drowned.
is what I was thinking.
Okay, that's why.
It's
Because it is magic.
magic.
So he's fucking dead, but his mom's like, no, fuck this. She drops a line that she was on the Navy. Her dad grew up in the Navy. He made
She's
her
a
do
great
diving,
swimmer.
great diver too. So she takes a fucking garden hose, removes it from a secure metal pipe.
wanted
Just to breathe.
But then she
that's true.
But then she
But
ties
then
it
she
she ties it to a
so
knot so she couldn't
tight
breathe out of it
that
anyway.
You wouldn't be able to get much air.
No.
So then she goes, sucks a puff of it, and then goes super deep, manages to find her son, then comes up, and that's when you got the ghoulies. But each ghoulie, you don't see nothing. Their clothes are in the way, and they're given half a second. I was even trying to look for all the pictures that we saw. It's so quick. I'm like, did I see a flash of a nurse hat? And
Yeah.
it's a second. It's like, you can't even bother to be lingering on all of these shots, which would be creepy at least.
But they're not
it's
grabbing
not.
her either. They're not doing anything. Because like
They're just,
earlier in
like,
the movie,
swimming
they
around.
grab the kid, right?
Yeah, and then they just
It's
let
so
go.
stupid.
In this one, they're just
and
like,
then they do a wide shot where they're just randomly like peppered throughout the scene,
Just swimming in circles
Just
around
so
her,
that- yeah.
dog pedaling.
just
I'ma
so that the
scare
little
you.
girl can do.
I'm gonna
The
scare
little
you.
girl can do no, and then she holds her hand out and she lets the coin and. It's the stupid like there's all these little stupid
That you don't give a
fucking
shit
things
about,
in
yes.
this film where when Wyatt was benching 275 pounds and he's like, will you swim with me? He's like, no, here. Yeah, save this coin for me. I'll go get it later. Now get out of here, kid. And it's that coin randomly as if it has any significance. The film thinks it does, but it doesn't. So then she opens her hand and it floats upward and she realizes, oh, it's sinking and I need to turn around and go up.
yeah, or the little girl could have just like blew a bubble out of her mouth.
See,
and then
that's what I was
that
thinking,
way.
but I don't know. I don't know if they were smart enough to be like, oh no, the bubbles are gonna trick you. It's like just blow bubbles, see where it goes.
She's been diving.
She
since,
could have pointed which way to go.
No, but
But
she had
just to take precious seconds. What are you doing? I'm dying.
Fucking breathe.
So then she has to turn around and go all the way up.
Fuck you. You're gonna die there.
And so then so she gets her son, and then all the while the daughter character was running back inside a cup filled with the well water, decides to move off the table, slam into
I
the
believe
ground.
that hydroplane.
Hydroplaning, yeah, because there was a little water on the table, but whatever. So it's
It's a
science
ghost.
instead of
Instead of the
supernatural.
ghost.
And the glass poked upwards. She slipped and fell on it. I thought, oh shit, that would be the sacrifice. She's dead, but
was
no,
a ruse? No.
it's just slightly cut her. And this is so that she can, I don't know, run into her dad, who is now fully possessed.
Well,
she-
it's super important because if she had not fallen and got blood on her one hand, she would have been able to call 911 with her other. The whole point of the blood is so she can't. She's going
That
like
was
this.
stupid.
She's trying to dial 911, but she can't because there's
That's
the blood.
dumb.
And then she gives up on dialing 911, and
But
her
it
dad
wasn't
tries
that
to
much
kill
But
her.
blood.
again, she's like, oh my god. She's like in pain, and then she hears something. Dad, is that you?
Yeah.
Like, you were just in
She
pain.
didn't even
Like,
say, oh my God.
she's like,
Yeah. So then, then he's like, hey, where you going? You stay here. Don't you want me to get stronger? And stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
So he comes after her. So these two scenes culminate together. We get the kid out of the pool while simultaneously the dad is there to attack. But then, luckily, the daughter grabs a bat from inside the house. Her daddy's bat when he was a baseball player, and just starts to beat the shit out of him. And he starts to cough up the water, which depossesses him temporarily.
He sees his dead son.
And
on
this is the
lawn.
stupid part. I hate it when the films do this. Like you could do all the acting on the face, okay, but this film felt the need to do the cheesy flashback scenes to scenes that we already saw in the film, and the terrible green screen baseball, and the moment his daughter was born, and these just over the top. Man, I hate this shit as much as Alex hates when characters are like, the power of love will save us.
That's
what happened.
That's what
that was.
Also, like,
okay.
I hate it
It was
too.
a little bit further back, but I fucking hated that scene where the mom is like, I was 22. I was about to have you. I wasn't ready. I was gonna give up.
I
and
was
all this is like,
alone, and it was.
what does this have to do with anything?
I want you to
This-
goes
know
nowhere.
that you're a terrible burden on me, and I didn't ever want to have you. It's like, oh, thanks, Mom. That's a real fucked up thing to
I was
say.
like, but I never gave up on you guys.
The thing is, they give a lot of characterization to each of these characters, but you don't care about any of them
Exactly.
regardless. And their acting is just not all that great across the board.
But the worst scene
Okay.
happens right now.
Go ahead.
Where
Third act.
Wyatt wakes. Oh, this is you guys. I'm just going to set the scene. He just the dad who has now been bludgeoned in both knees, the ribs, and the back of the head with a baseball bat. He goes, "Puh," and he spits out the black goose. So he's no longer possessed.
Nope.
And but he understands because he was possessed. It's not like he's immediately waking up.
Yes.
And he sees his dead son on the lawn. And then what does he say, Joe? What does he say?
He says, "Is he all right? Is he all right?" What's the line read? As Mr. Wyatt, you want
I
to
was
try
laughing. I was
that
like-
again? Is he all right?
not even though.
Is it?
Because he just
It's-
like,
Hey, bro, you good?
you all right?
Is he all right? Yes. Is he all right? Like he didn't even care. Like that
That's
day,
his son.
Wyatt Russell, the actor, did not want to come to work.
No.
Is he all right? Like he was mad at the director.
I
Is
was
he all right?
laughing. I was like,
Is he
what
all
the
right?
fuck
He
was
starts
that?
laughing
Is he-
loudly in the movie theater.
It was
I don't
so
even know what
stupid.
happens afterwards because I was so shocked at
It
the
was
line
so
read.
stupid.
No, he's not all right. He's fucking dead. He is fucking choking on water and
So
he's
yeah,
not
he
moving.
comes back to life, and they start pulling him away. But the pool has now chosen a new victim, and he's
Right.
possessed.
I want to know what the kid's wish
A
was.
sacrifice needs to be made.
Yeah, because the kid gets a wish now.
No. Because even though the pool
That's
unpossessed him, you're still going to get the wish. We're still going to give you the power, but we're taking your son. Okay? And he's like, no, don't take my son. He says, take me instead. He starts walking into the
It
water.
needs a sacrifice.
They're like, what are you doing, Dad? It's like, you need to sacrifice. It's like, don't. And then he goes, don't look back or don't turn back. And I'm
No,
like,
well,
but
less
none
emotion.
of them are looking back. They're standing forward and staring at you. So what do you mean, don't look back?
Watch
if
him.
they looked back, they would be looking at their house.
I think it was supposed to be
Don't look back.
I think it was supposed to be in his head.
Hey, don't look back.
Like
He
him
was the one
talking
looking
to,
back.
But it should have been in his head, like him talking to himself. Don't look back.
Right.
But instead, he's like, "Don't
He
look
turns around,
back."
Don't
It's
look
like,
back.
is he telling
Did it make
us?
sense?
Why the fuck would we look back?
Did it make
It's like,
sense,
it's like,
right?
watch me die, everyone.
Right, because he's walking and they were
He's so
already
vain.
they're facing him forward.
He's so fucking vain. Even in baseball, it was all about him.
Everybody
And
look
even in
at me.
death, it's all about him.
Perfect. I love this film now. Okay, so then he makes the ultimate sacrifice. He disappears under the black cloud, and it takes him, and it releases the boy.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then the next scene, they're like, oh no,
We could move if we
we
want.
can move. No, because then it'll happen again. So then they get this work truck to come over and dump
fell in the pool.
sand on
They
it.
should cover the pool and
They're
then
gonna
fucking
cover the
move
pool.
because everyone hates you in town.
Yeah,
Everyone fucking hates you.
right. Just
Remember when your
destroy
dad-
the pool.
Try to kill that kid.
But no, they're going to stay in the town to make sure that nobody uses the well water of the pool again.
You can't.
Well, the
And
mom's definitely going to jail.
That's good for at least another 40 years, and then they pass away, and then it'll happen again.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, well, the husband's dead. Where's his body? I don't know. So you covered the pool? Why?
Yeah, she's going to jail.
Nobody thought of that part.
It's like, so
Your
your
husband's
husband's
drowned.
missing, and you cover your pool.
Your husband, you're telling us that your husband drowned? Where is your husband, ma'am? He drowned. Okay,
He
where
told
is
us
his
not-
body?
He told us not to.
Where is his body?
We just looked at him, and
I
he
don't
just
know.
disappeared. He's like,
You don't know.
all right, call the crazy ass. She's going to
They
jail.
call the police.
But she's going to jail.
That's hilarious. They didn't think of that. So the mother's going to jail, and the 2 kids are going to be put into a foster home where everybody hates them. 'cause
Maybe
they're
that's what the
dead.
kid wished for when the pool took him. He's like, my parents are dicks. I hope my mom goes to jail and my dad dies.
That's probably what it was because the baseball. He's like,
Wait a minute. This actually can work. This can
this
work.
could
are
work?
we fixing
Because
the
his
movie?
sacrifice
We're fixing the movie.
is now yeah, exactly. So because the mom wouldn't let the girl have boys over, now she can have a boyfriend, and and the kid is now his parents suck, and he doesn't have to deal with them no more. Well, I guess because his mom's going to jail.
Yes.
Anyways, we fixed a movie for you. Our version is way better, unfortunately, because this was just tropey, not scary. We wanted to like it. We liked the premise. I'm glad somebody tried to make a movie about the creepiness of swimming at night, even though they only really did the night at the last bit.
This gotta
So
be a pool
don't
shark
build
movie.
your house on an ancient Indian burial ground, which means you can't live in the United States.
That was towards me.
Just
wasn't
the
it?
United
Our
States'
country-
entire graveyard,
Our
like
country, America
every
is
plot
built.
of land.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's an Indian
Oof.
buried. God damn.
Yeah. Well, look, it wasn't me.
We did a lot of slaughtering, apparently.
Yeah.
My house
Okay.
is not haunted. I swear. I put
Anyways,
salt everywhere.
it's a budget of $15 million. It's gonna make that back easy. It's gonna be amazing. There's gonna be a Night Swim 2, and instead
Electric
it's
Boogaloo.
Night Swim 2, Electric Boogaloo. What's the next Night Swim gonna be, Joe?
It'll be about drinking fountain. And so now that they've covered up the pool, the water has to go somewhere. Public drinking fountain in a park.
Drinking fountains.
Yeah, that's gonna get you. Or a bidet. What if
bidet.
it just
There you
comes
go.
up and just blasts you right in the
Blast
ass?
you
It's a haunted
nice.
bidet. That would be
Holy
terrifying.
shit, that is terrifying. There's jump scares in there for sure. All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you on the next Angry Joe show. This is way too long for what this film deserved.
Oh,
We hope you had
God.
some fun.
Would you watch a movie about a haunted bidet?
And yeah.
I would. I'm actually gonna look for a pool shark movie because I saw Corn Shark. There's sharks in the cornfield. There's sharks in the snow.
There's
The avalanche shark.
More
Sand
OJ
shark.
Bad
Sharks in the
movie
tornadoes.
review.
Shark tornadoes.
See you guys on the next Angry Joe, or see you guys on the next OJ Bad movie reviews, and we'll see you on the next Angry Joe show. Bye, guys.